Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Putri Nur Idam Binti Fazil from SECJ2203 Software Engineering of Section 02 with a matrix number of A22EC0261 and from the group 5G. Today I'm going to be presenting on the self-reflection on leadership. So what is our chatbot system? It is a system that we're going to use to respond to customers' queries such as questions or appointment making, management. And why we need this is because we want to reduce the workload of therapists from having to actually manage the appointments with customers. They also have to respond to many questions from potential customers through social media. And how are we going to solve this problem? We are going to use with the help of artificial intelligence. So who exactly are our stakeholders is the mind care therapists. So this project has been divided into multiple sections. For example, we have proposal, SRS, SDD, and STD documentation. So what have I learned throughout the entire, for each documentation? So first, for proposal, what we have done is we have brainstormed and we cooperated on how we want our system to work collectively, and I've learned that it is very important to listen to each of the team's input, because if there is no cooperation, it will be very hard to make sure that our system will work properly. And second, we have SRS. So what we did was we focused on the requirements of the system, which can be divided into two different types of requirements, which are functioning requirements and non-functioning requirements. So next we have SDD. What have we done? We designed not only the architecture of the system as a whole, but also for each subsystem, what are we going to have under each subsystem, such as the chatbot subsystem, therapist subsystem, and the customer subsystem. We also designed about the database, what kind of data that will be used in the system and whatnot. And lastly, we also have STD. So what we have done is we have created a lot of test cases for each subsystem, and under each subsystem we still have more branches of test cases to make sure that our system will work exactly how we our stakeholders request for or included in the requirements. Now we're going to move on to a very important question, and that is, what are the essential knowledge and skills that a leader must possess to ensure the success of a project? So first, I believe that it is very crucial to have a good critical thinking skill. For example, in our team, we make sure that we study through the slides that are provided by our lecturer, so that we have a good idea of how we're going to create a project that will fulfill the requirements that has been stated by our stakeholder. Second, I also believe that organization is such an important skill. For example, each of our team member has received tasks that has been divided fairly and equally, and we also make sure that we created a good time management to make sure that we get to submit our work on time. Now let's move on to what are the key qualities that an effective leader should possess in order to ensure the success of a project. So first, I believe that collaboration is a very important quality. This is because we want, for example, in our team, we will make sure that every single member, we will accept their input and their idea. We will discuss them and make sure that every single member has their own idea to bring to the table. And second, we also believe that problem solving is a very important quality that a leader must have, because it is very common to have problems mid-project. For example, we may have questions to ask with other team that we do not know how to solve from the first place. So it is important for other members to also have a better or good problem solving skills so that we can solve them as quickly as possible so that the project can be delivered properly. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you.